What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now officially come to a close, and we are now on the road to 500 subs. Who knows? Maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the year. Only time will tell. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull my second ever collector's rare. Because it wouldn't be the first time that I pulled a collector's rare, because I also pulled this. A collector's rare Beat Cup from the Underworld from Genesis Impact that I did an opening on a few months back. Honestly, aside from the centering issues on the back, this card actually looks amazing. So I am going to be getting this graded at some point. Just really don't know when though. But with that being said, guys, if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which ties into today's video, sort of, which is this. Between the World Heavyweight Champion, the WWE Women's Champion, and the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, who do you see losing their title the most? Let me know down in the comments below, because for today's video, I'm going to be revealing my predictions for WWE Fastlane. And honestly, it's been quite some time since we had a Fastlane premium live event. In fact, I think it's been since, what, 2021, I think it was? Yeah, was it? Yeah, 2021. Yeah, it's been about 2 years since we last had Fastlane, and honestly, the card from back then was a bit crazy. In fact, if I remember right, I think the main event was hang on, guys. Let me get out the old book. Hang on. If I remember correctly, Fastlane, here we are. The card for Fastlane at the time was Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair for the women's tag team titles. Roman Reigns defending the Universal title against Daniel Bryan. Big E versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental title. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus in a no-holds-barred match. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. Yeah, if you can actually believe that. Matt Riddle versus versus Mustafa Ali for the United States title, and then Seth freaking Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Honestly, that card was pretty crazy, but this one might just be a historic night for WWE. But without any further ado, let's get straight into my predictions for Fastlane, and we kick things off with a match that was made official this past Monday on Raw, as main event Jey Uso and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes will team up. Think about that, to take on the Judgment Day's Damian Priest and Finn Balor for the undisputed tag team titles. Now, one thing that I've learned from watching main event Jey Uso on Raw, excuse me, as a singles competitor, is the fact that he's literally doing everything he can to try and get over with, not with the fans, because he's already over. Excuse me, he's already gotten over with the fans. He's like right now one of the biggest baby faces in WWE right now. But it's more so of the fact that he's trying to get over with the Raw roster, and honestly, that's not going to be easy. So the way I see it, the only guys who the only superstars on Raw that are okay, that are happy to see Jey on his own and on Raw are the New Day, Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn. Those are the only four who are okay with it. Guys like Drew McIntyre, guys like Kevin Owens, guys like the Judgment Day, just naturally, and even guys like Shinsuke, guys like Shinsuke Nakamura. They don't want Jey Uso on Raw because of what the Bloodline did to them. So that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to earn the respect of those around him that wasn't the WWE universe. And honestly, I think this match is going to be the match that will definitely make or break main event Jey Uso, because depending on how well he and Cody gel together, this is gonna be one hell of a match. But we saw last night on NXT, it literally took all the members of Judgment Day for Dominic Mysterio to pin Trick Williams to regain the NXT North American title. Now he's a two-time champion. In fact, aside from him, Carmelo Hayes. I think Carmelo Hayes is the only. Yeah, aside from Dom, Carmelo Hayes is the only two-time North American champion in history. Johnny Gargano is the only three-time champion in NXT history. So that's saying a lot. That says a lot about Dom. It says about his ego, I guess, if you will. And honestly, I think we're gonna be seeing a much more different version, a much more different side of Dominic Mysterio than he's been leading on, if you will. But this is again, this is a match that will make or break Jey Uso. And with what happened last night, obviously this will give both Balor and Priest a little bit of added motivation to retain the undisputed tag team titles. But as much as it pains me to admit it, I don't see Judgment Day losing those titles anytime soon. I think I think it's gonna take quite a bit to watch the Judgment Day lose those titles. So my money is on Judgment Day. There's no way Jay and Cody will be able to win because of the fact that it's gonna take both Balor and Priest plus Rhea Ripley plus Dom and JD McDonough to defeat Jay and Cody to retain the Undisputed Tag Team titles. And speaking of championships, we move into the second title match of the card, as Io Sky will defend the women's title. Will defend the WWE Women's title against Asuka and Charlotte Flair in a triple threat match. And this was not what Io was expecting. Io Sky was expecting a one-on-one match against Charlotte Flair. It didn't work out. Bayley thought that Asuka wanted the match to be a triple threat. Bayley gave, obviously delivered, and I think it's safe to say that there are some cracks within Damage Control because of the fact that Bayley would much rather talk for Io Sky than let Io Sky talk for herself, which that's a bit of a letdown because Io Sky is literally one of the premier stars that SmackDown has to offer, and that's saying a lot, given the fact that Charlotte Flair is a 14-time champion. Yeah, a 14-time women's champion, and the fact that Asuka is a 6-time is like a 5-time, 6-time champion. So that's saying a lot. That is saying a lot. That's saying a lot. So obviously the odds are definitely stacked against Io Sky because she wants to be the woman to beat. She doesn't want Damage Control to get involved with her business. But it really doesn't make a damn because Damage Control, they're gonna do it anyway because they don't. The way I see it, I don't think they give a damn about Io Sky. I think Bayley only wanted Io Sky to cash in Money in the Bank at SummerSlam just so Bayley can get her hands on that very same women's title. But it basically comes down to who wanted more, Io, Asuka, or Charlotte. And honestly, it's definitely Io. I think this is a match that Io has to win because if she loses, this will prove that Bayley, in the eyes of some fans, she doesn't want Io as champion. She wants the title for herself. She wants to take all the glory, all the credit, and the hell with Io Sky and Dakota Kai. That's just how I see it. But honestly, I think Io Sky is definitely gonna win. But the wild card, the dark horse of this match is definitely gonna be Charlotte Flair. Even though Asuka would be considered the underdog in this match, Charlotte Flair is definitely gonna be the dark horse of this match. But we actually found out, ironically enough, that next Tuesday on NXT, it's gonna be a main roster edition of NXT, because not only are we gonna see John Cena make his NXT debut, we're gonna see Cody Rhodes make his NXT debut, we're gonna see Paul Heyman show up on NXT, and we're even also going to see Asuka return to NXT as well. It's gonna be a hell of a night. I can't wait for that. But my money is on Io Sky. Next up, we have a 6-man tag team match between the newly formed trio of Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits against the LWO, and it could literally be any 3 members. It could be Rey, Santos, and Wild. It could be it could be it could be Rey, Cruz del Toro, and Joaquin Wilde, or it could even also be the OGs, Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde. The possibilities are pretty much out there, but ironically enough, there's been a few rumors. There's been some rumors going around saying that Lashley's gonna be recruiting someone new to help fend against the LWO. Many people believe it's gonna be Wes Lee, but I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch given what's been going on recently. Who knows? But don't get me wrong, LWO is arguably one of the most entertaining and one of the most charismatic factions in WWE, hands down. There's no denying it whatsoever. Rey Mysterio bringing the United States title home to the LWO, it's awesome. Obviously, it's something that Rey Mysterio wanted when he resurrected the LWO with Santos, with Del Toro, with Wilde, and with Zelina Vega. This is what he wanted. He wanted to see them as a champion, but we never thought he would be a champion again himself. We never would have imagined it. Never would have imagined it. Excuse me. But I mean, he's a champion, you know? He's a champion nonetheless. But this is interesting because this is actually the first time that we're seeing the Street Profits as heels. This is a first. As far as Lashley goes, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean, you think about what Lashley had done as a... Sorry guys, my camera moved. Anyway, you look at what Bobby Lashley did as a heel from the end of 2018 up until Bobby Lashley returned to WWE to fight Omos at not this past year's WrestleMania, but last year's WrestleMania in 2022. You look at that time frame. Two-time Intercontinental Champion, two-time WWE Champion. He won his second United States title. That's what? 2, 4, 5 titles he's won. That's 5 titles that he won since when he was a heel from the end of 2018 to right around WrestleMania season. Think about that. Think about that. Now think about his time as a babyface in WWE. What did he do? His first United States title, 2 ECW titles, and his third United States title. That's 4. For a grand total of 9. 9 championships he's won in WWE throughout both runs he's had in WWE. And him as a heel, I don't know. I'm a bit skeptical by it, but at the same time, I'm not surprised. But I think this was something that Bobby Lashley needed, because ever since he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal earlier this year, that was like probably one of the biggest highlights of his career was exactly that. And we knew, and as we all remember, he was supposed to fight Bray Wyatt earlier this year at WrestleMania, but that didn't come to pass, and unfortunately it never will, because obviously you guys know Bray Wyatt passed away a couple of months back, and it's still hard to believe. Yeah, literally, it's still hard to believe, but sadly it did indeed happen. Shout outs to the Eater of Worlds. But honestly, as much respect that I have as I have for the LWO, I think Lashley and the Profits are taking it. I think we're gonna see a dominant victory for Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits because of the fact that the Street Profits, they finally realized that what Lashley had preached to them, it needed to work. It needed to work, and sure enough, it worked. Who knows? Maybe we might see the Street Profits challenge Judgment Day for the Undisputed Tag Team titles at some point. Only time will tell, but we do need to move on to the World Heavyweight title between the champion Seth freaking Rollins and, of course, Shinsuke Nakamura. But this time, last man standing. This will be the first time in Seth's career, in Seth's historic and storied career in WWE, that he will be competing in a last man standing match. The ironic thing, though, is that the last time Shinsuke Nakamura was in a last man standing match, if my memory serves correctly, it was back at Money in the Bank in 2018, and he lost to AJ Styles. It's possible that history could repeat itself, but at the same time, history, might not. It might not repeat itself, but with everything that's been going on with Seth freaking Rollins, with the fact that Damian Priest has the Money in the Bank briefcase, with the fact that Shinsuke Nakamura has targeted Seth's back for the last month or so, one can only assume what's going through Seth's mind. That right there is something that we don't know. We don't know what's going on inside his head. What's going through his mind. But the one thing that we do know is that Seth freaking Rollins, he wants to completely and utterly destroy Shinsuke Nakamura in this last man standing match, and he even said it best on Raw. He said it best on Raw that the reason why he does what he does as the World Heavyweight Champion is because he loves what he does. He loves it. He loves the business. He loves the fans, and he wants to make it. He wants to make the World Heavyweight title the championship in WWE, and he even asked Michael Cole how many shows that Michael Cole missed. In 26 years, only 2. He had only missed not 1, but 2 shows in the 26 years that Michael Cole had been in WWE. If that doesn't prove that Michael Cole deserves to be in the Hall of Fame alongside JR and Jerry the King Lawler, I don't know what is proof. I don't know what is proof, but that is proof. So Michael Cole gets where Seth Rollins is going, where he's getting at. But there's one thing that Seth Rollins needs to be mindful of, and it's the fact that even if he wins, there's still one person that he must take down, and that is Damian Priest. And ironically enough, the last time he was cashed in on, Austin Theory cashed in on him to try and become United States champion, and it backfired. Austin Theory lost. It's possible that Damian Priest could lose that very in that very same manner. It's possible, but we will have to see this Saturday at Fastlane. But this is gonna all I can say is that this is gonna be a brutal match. This is gonna be absolutely brutal. But I mean, to be fair, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of both. Don't get it twisted on that. But if I had to pick one or the other, as crazy as it sounds, I'm gonna have to say Seth freaking Rollins. I'm gonna have to say Seth freaking Rollins. I think he's gonna retain his title, and then we're gonna see Damian Priest win, cash in, and then become World Heavyweight Champion. That's how I see it. That's how I vision it. Because if that happens, Judgment Day will truly run all of WWE. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. But now we move into what could possibly be the biggest main event in premium live event history. As get this, okay? Get this. John Cena, the greatest of all time, teaming with L.A. Knight. Yeah! To take on the Bloodlines, Jimmy Uso, and Solo Sikoa. Think about that. L.A. Knight injecting himself into Bloodline business. That's gonna be a hell of a match. Because you look at what happened at Payback. John Cena counted the 1, 2, 3 as LA Knight pinned The Miz. They shook hands out of respect. And John Cena rose LA Knight's hand in victory. That right there is respect. LA Knight, all he's doing is returning the favor. That's all he's doing. Because he respects John Cena. He has that much respect for John Cena, he's returning the favor. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting matchup because of the fact that it was Jimmy Uso who attacked Roman Reigns back in what? April? Back in May? Back in May at Night of Champions. Think about that. Think about that. And now, Jey Uso is going at it on his own, but Jimmy Uso wants to go back to the Bloodline. After he did the unthinkable and stabbed his own twin in the back at SummerSlam. That's like watching your girl cheat on you with your best friend, and then her telling you, oh, I love you, I want to get back with you. You don't do that. You don't do that. That is like the purest form of bullshit you could possibly think of. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that Solo Sikoa needs to be mindful of all that had happened literally throughout the entire summer, plus what happened at Night of Champions. It's just that simple. But the question becomes, who walks out as the victors? Who walks away with the dub? The answer is obvious. The answer has to be obvious. It has to be John Cena and LA Knight, because if they don't win, there's no telling what could happen to LA Knight's momentum. Because ever since he won that Battle Royal at SummerSlam, he's gained so much momentum. And if both Cena and LA Knight were to lose, all that momentum gone. It's gone. So my money is on the megastars John Cena and LA Knight. Can't wait for Fastlane. It's gonna be nuts. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more premium live event predictions and results in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.